like this whole thing going on. But
Yay!
Cass
Okay,
is
so
gonna hop on
welcome,
with you,
ladies.
right?
We're at the Superwoman Breakfast. There's a lot of hustle and bustle behind me because we're doing some group activities. We've just had some tearful moments, happy moments while we're in the lunch or the breakfast. But we miss you, all of you ladies. Some of them on the panel, some of you ladies are watching from your homes. We want to send all of our kisses out to you. But I had to, I want to bring some of these women up to speak with you about the experience that they've had over this breakfast. But the Superwoman Connection, it really, it's like the glue. you,
can you hear Layla?
so many trainings, there's so many products. But when you have this connection, and it's deeper than marketing, it's deeper than branding or Facebook tricks. It's true support system. I mean, are connecting. They're connecting. That's something that we need to take more time to do. Now, I don't know, were you guys able to hear any of the
I was able to hear some of it, not all of it, but some of it.
Okay. Well, we just went around the whole room, and we were sharing one thing that's been holding us back from getting to where we want to be. And it was amazing to see the nodding of the heads. And I asked them to write down 3 things that resonated with them. And I'm looking around at their notebooks, and they're just packed. It's like we all have the same ish in our head. We all have the same blockages in front of us. And when you can release what's your fear of, oh, well, they're going to judge me, or I don't fit in here, or I don't fit with the Superwoman, they're not going to like me, or you realize that we're all the same. And I think that that's really happening. That's really happening right now. Are you leaving? Alicia! Well, Alicia's here.
All right, welcome everybody out to today's IG Mastery Elite webinar. And in this module, I'm going to actually...
I am around this lady. Layla is awareness. I like way up going, hello, this is why we do this.
Oh no, you're like frozen or something on my end. Are they frozen for you?
Yeah, they're frozen again.
Darn.
All that interference in Las Vegas.
I think it's so cool that we're on this together.
I love it. No, I love watching them. I love just being a fly on the wall and listening to their voices.
I know.
How are you doing?
Oh my goodness.
How are you doing these days?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, it's, you just keep going no matter what, right?
Totally.
Yeah, the kids definitely keep me busy.
I see that. I see that. Where are you? Why are you frozen?
I know, it's crazy. Did they just send us a message?
No. Oh, that's what I got. Yeah, she probably realizes that.
Yeah.
Sure, because it ran perfectly that whole time.
I know, it was crazy.
Ah. Okay, I'll tell her we are still here. Ah. I know, the multitasking is pretty major.
Did I? Oh, yeah, I did. Okay.
All right, well, we'll just... Oh, maybe she's going to come back because they blacked out. Maybe we'll just hang tight. You have 10 more minutes, so...
10 more. Yeah, okay.
Anyway, so I'm launching... I'll tell you, I'm launching a product in a couple weeks that I'm really excited about.
finally gonna.
Just so you know, we are on live.
Oh, well, everybody can hear that you will be hearing about my outsourcing project very soon. Oh, yeah.
Is this the one that you were talking about a little while back?
I think so. Yeah, I'm gonna sell my secrets.
Yay! Okay. And it's still recording. How awesome is that? I'm sure you ladies filled up the
recording Greta and me chatting.
Awesome. Well, I do want to bring some of these ladies up, but Alicia really hit it on the head, is this idea of awareness. And today, when we were sharing, the one thing that was holding us back, the intention is that when you put it out there, the universe, especially at these events, will give you the information that you need to break through that. But only if you have the awareness to actually know what it is that's holding you back in the first place. So I think there was a lot of light bulbs that went off in this room, and this is just one element of the Superwomen connection. We have our daily calls, we have our weekly webinars, we have our incredible Facebook community that is a resource for you as a woman to be able to have this awareness and have these breakthroughs in your life and feel safe enough to stand up in a room of women and cry if you need to. So I'm going to bring some of the ladies up. Why don't you guys share some of your experiences? Because you guys have been at events before. You're not able to be at this one. But what happens when you get into a room of Superwomen?
Well, I bet Greta could answer that one really well. Because remember what happened on the very, very first Superwoman Hangout. And I don't want to put you on the spot, Greta, but Greta and I, became accountability partners, and we bonded immediately. And we went to the first Superwoman luncheon together, and it was very crowded and very intense, and a lot going on. And then before I turned around, and all of a sudden there's this posse around the table where Greta is. And I look over, and I pass the story to you, Greta, and I look over, and everyone's got their arms around Greta, and they're praying, and they're powering her up. And I'm like, what's happening? It's my bestie. What's going on? And I'll pass it off to Greta, but it was a perfect illustration of not only the intensity of the moment, but what happens when a Superwoman goes down. They all come and lift her up and power her up. So I'll let you speak to that, Greta, because it was your
you're making me all emotional. Taking me back to that moment, it really was very emotional. It was, just actually being there. I knew months before, when the Superwoman group first came together, that I was going to do everything that I could to get to that event, and at the time in my life, it seemed virtually impossible. Everything in my life was telling me that I could not be there. I could not be physically, I couldn't get there. There was just no way. I could barely feed my kids at the time, and it was just a really, really hard time. But I made the decision. I made a conscious decision, and things just started to come into place. And fast forward a few months later, I was sitting there with Lisa, as she said, and with all of these other Superwomen. Layla and I hadn't even had a chance to really speak yet in person. So many of the women that I had been watching and admiring for months were there, and it was just this huge flood of emotions that came over me, and I don't even really know exactly what it was for me at that moment, but the floodgates opened, and I could not stop crying. It was just, I guess it was the moment when I realized that I had everything that I needed, that I was actually in the right place at the right time with the right women in my life. were going to help me get to where I needed to be, that were going to help me change my situation. It was like this moment, like this aha moment where it was like, wow, I'm actually here. And like she said, all these women came around me and prayed for me, and it was powerful. It was powerful. I remember when Tracy Lloyd me, and a couple of other, Melissa was there, all these people came up to me and just asked me if they could pray for me. And I'm not a religious person myself, but I believe in the power of belief. And I said that. I believe in the power of belief. And it was that very quickly my emotions came down. I was able to stop crying, stop the floodgates. I allowed myself to feel what I was feeling at that moment, and I made a pact right then and there with myself and with all the other superwomen. And that's what keeps me going, is my pact, and that I made with the universe and the superwomen there that day, that I was going to do whatever it took to create the that I needed for myself, my family, and for other women and their families. So I'm just I know.
I just love you were there in Chicago, that same event that she's talking about. And you know, I feel like every time the Superwomen get together, every event we have, every breakfast or luncheon or whatever, it's just an evolutionary process. You know, last time you had that major breakthrough and made that decision to focus and eliminate some of the distractions, and now there's new commitments, there's new breakthroughs. It's just evolving. It's constantly evolving.
And before I run, I just want to say, with that evolution or total evolving of yourself, my breakthrough for today was to be comfortable where you are in the process right now. Be content and realize that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, that you're taking the proper steps, you are with the right group of people, at the right time, at the right place, which is why I'm here, and I'm so ecstatic, guys. I love you all. I'm here in person for all of you that are on the other side, Lisa, Greta, Marisol, all my superwomen. Woohoo! Love you, pieces, deuces. I'm going to work for my EM family. Peace. Love you, baby.
Okay, but before we go, no one leave without taking a selfie with your partner. Oh, selfie with your partner.
Gotta say hi, Greta, myself.
Hi. I actually have to hop off because I have to host the
Okay. So I wanted to
trying to hold down the fort. We're trying to hold down the fort.
That's right.
By what you said, and I know that hangouts.
Bye, ladies. I love you so much.
Not comfortable for some people, right? It's not comfortable, and pushing ourselves outside of our comfort zone. First of all, to stand up in front of people and share your fears, share your things that have been holding you back in your life in front of a room full of people is hard enough. But now I'm going to make her come on camera, which is uncomfortable. But it's all about experiencing that uncomfortableness, coming out on the other side, and you're more powerful from it. So just share a little bit about the breakthrough, the feeling that you had from being in this breakfast today.
Oh, well, I think the big breakthrough for me is I don't feel alone. I've always thought I'm alone, I'm the only one that can't do this or doesn't know how to do it. I'm the only one that's really struggling, even though logically I knew that wasn't true. But it was very nice to be here and find out that other people are having very similar experiences and challenges. And I think the big thing that I got from this is really we all kind of have the same thing. It's basically fear of something that's holding us back, and logically it's not real.
Yeah.
But emotionally it's very real.
But it's very powerful to hear someone else say the exact same fear that you have. It's amazing.
And it creates a very incredible connection, I think, with other people to know that, oh, we're all the same.
Yeah, we all go through that. We all have a fear of camera and saying the wrong things sometimes. You know, it's that process of doing it more and more.
And being vulnerable.
Yeah, for sure. And you were great today. Thank you for sharing. You made a difference.
Sorry you couldn't be here.
All right, ladies, we got to get going. We got craziness going on here. I love you. You have to be at the next Superwomen luncheon or breakfast or whatever kind of meal we're going to be having, because these moments, they cannot be replaced. They cannot be duplicated. But if you're watching this, start with the first step. Get in on the Facebook group. It's 100% free. You can meet all these women. You can connect with them and feel for yourself the difference of being part of the Superwomen Connection. Love you guys. Thanks, Lisa.
Welcome. Bye. Have fun. Hugs to all.